Actually, the adults have more fun sometimes than the children.
Oh, we've had adults go, well, how much do you want for the wheelbarrow? And I was like, oh, no, that's for the kids. So, yeah,
The sun's going down as I try to make my way through the crowd. Feeling alive, I love being by your side. It makes me shine. We got one summer, so let's make it count. You make me feel like everything's alright. Let's dance our problems away in the night. Love being right next to you.
Here's one of those pretty cool random ones that happen when you're traveling out in these outback regions. We pulled over because the kids all wanted to have a... And where we pulled over across the road, over there, at the front of that entry to a station, I mean, we're still 50 kilometres west of Winton. They've got bags of firewood, $10. So I'm gonna go get a bag of firewood. I'm going to gift these guys a bag of firewood as well. Hang the expense. Pretty good. There we go. That's alright, isn't it? Bit of an honesty box. My dad always says that these honesty boxes are generally for dishonest people. Anyway, here we go. Thank you, $10 a bag. Boom. $20. Now, exercise for today to carry these bags over there. Could be lazy and just pull the van across, couldn't I?
Cause I know that your love is endless. If it's only for now, I don't mind. Cause I know that your love is endless. It might be over tomorrow, but this day will live on forever. You'll be on my mind. I'll be dreaming about this till the end of time. We are young,
We're in the Wild West, way out west. It is Winton. We absolutely love this location. It's the jewel in the crown for Outback Queensland for very good reason. There are so many things that have put Winton on the map.
Okay, capital of dinosaurs in Australia, the world's best, Opal, a pub scene to rival anywhere around the world. Authentic Aussie characters with rich stories.
We love the people here. Of course, it is the birthplace of Qantas, and it is also the birthplace of Waltzing Matilda. And we're going to share all of that with you in our top 10 things to do on your itinerary when you come to Winton. Look, you come here for a couple of days.
Yep.
We would recommend that you do half the list maybe in a couple of days. If you want to do it all, you're going to need 4 or 5 nights, and it will still be jam-packed and you still won't see it all. Let's get into it. This is our fast top 10 in 10 minutes.
Can we do it?
We can. All right. Number 1, the Waltzing Matilda Centre. And Vic, the Visitor Information Centre, is also housed here.
Make this your first stop when you are coming to Winton, so you can pick up all the brochures, get a lay of the land, discover what is on offer as far as tours go. And the centre itself is just incredible.
It is the only museum in the world that is dedicated entirely to a song, Waltzing Matilda, and it's because it's our unofficial national anthem. It really is in the blood of every Australian, and for good reason. The history of this song can be found in here. There's a walkthrough museum that will rival any museum around Australia, including the history of the region from culture to pioneering history. And then there's also the Quantilda Museum that is located outside. Here you'll find everything across the last century that has made this region not only resilient, but an incredible part of Australia's outback history.
That's right, it's really a celebration of the region and its outback spirit.
Now, don't forget while you're here, once you've picked up all your brochures, you can also go and take some quiet time and reflect, relax, and pick up some good reading material in the Banjo Patterson room. There is also the Outback Art Gallery here, showcasing travelling exhibits. You will love this.
There's also a great cafe on site called the Tucker Box and a souvenir shop so you can pick up all your outback goodies.
Excellent. Number 2, the Rangeland Rifts and Sunset Tour. I think this would have to be As adults, our #1 experience here in Winton.
Now, this is a private property, the Rangeland Station, which can only be accessed by going out on a tour with Vicky and the team from Red Dirt Tours. And we absolutely love getting out with Vicky when we are in Winton. Heading out to Rangeland Station, it is just spectacular country, and the rifts, as they're called, are the results of millions of years of erosion from the wind and the water to create these incredible towering formations that you are able to not only view from atop the mesa, or the jump up as they're known, but also get down and walk in and amongst. You feel tiny amongst these giants.
It is ancient landscape, and then once that sun sets with your beautiful glass of wine or soft drink and that incredible offering of nibbles, just perfect. And it's great for families as well, so everyone's welcome. #3, Winton's historic pubs. The pub culture here is second to none.
And it wouldn't matter which pub you frequent, go to all of them, we would suggest. You feel like you've been dropped into a movie set.
Now, we decided to stay at Tattersalls Caravan Park. That is because it is the closest park to all the action. You got this fabulous green grass, the amenities are clean and tidy, and they also have the fruit and veggie lady come around every morning, which is fantastic.
So you don't even have to get out to the shops.
How often do you come around?
Every day?
Wow, at the same time?
Roughly, yeah.
Such a good idea. I might need to get the boss out here to see what we're getting. Give me one second.
And that guy.
Holy
that
dooly. How much are you
Drop
getting?
them. Can you do 2 hands?
Stop grabbing stuff.
Get some mushies.
I'm like the forklift.
We've hardly driven, to be honest, since we've been parked up here, because the location, you are literally across the road to the Tattersalls pub, which is well worth going for a beverage or a meal. And then the main street is right there as well. So as far as access goes, it's just awesome.
Now, the North Gregory pub would have to be the most famous here. I think it's in its 4th version. They've had a number of fires that have burnt this pub to the ground. It's been resurrected. Talk about resilience. Here during the high season, which is basically May to September, they do have Gregory North, Australia's best bush poet, sharing the history not only of the region, but in particular Banjo Patterson's famous waltzing Matilda, a highlight for anyone who's coming to Winton.
Now there is the Winton, and this is off the main street, but well worth a visit as well. And then of course the Australian Hotel, which very sadly is closed at the moment during our visit, but we're sure will be reopened really soon. I mean, this is the perfect place for a pub crawl because you're literally only walking a few hundred metres between each venue.
#4, the Opal Miner. This is operated by Joe and Tash Taranto. Talk about meeting authentic Aussie characters that just have a wonderful story. At the end of this episode, we'll actually share a bit of a chat with those guys just to hear a little bit more about them, because we just loved our time with these guys.
And they are so unique. They've been out here mining opals forever, really. And what is so fantastic about Joe and Tash is that not only do they mine the opals, but they also cut them and then turn them into beautiful jewellery as well, which is on display in the shop. There's also a walkthrough experience and a bit of a hands-on where the kids can fossick for opals as well.
Jasper absolutely loved this experience. And there's talk that some kids have walked away with $500 to $600 of opals.
What?
Yes, so get your kids into there to say hi to Joe and Tash. All right, #5, the Royal Open Air Theatre.
Absolutely beautiful. This was built in 1918 and it is one of only 2 operating theatres of its kind around the country, and it's so awesome to see it open and operating every single night. They show a variety of different things, from nostalgia to the classic John Wayne westerns to some family friendly movies as well. And then during the day you can also go in and take a look around at some of the unique artifacts and items that have been found and brought back to life, and of course the history of this theatre.
It is also home to the annual Vision Splendid Film Festival, which we would encourage you to put on your list and get to Winton during that event.
Oh, it's an absolute buzz with people everywhere and fantastic for the entire family.
All right, now if you're looking for a laugh, number 6, the Crack Up Sisters.
With their live shows, their whip cracking, their acrobatics, juggling, dancing and games, you name it, these gals are awesome, and you don't have to be young but young at heart to really enjoy what they've got on offer here in Winton.
They also now offer their yard tour. You can tour through their house, and they have Airbnb. So if you self-drive or you want something very unique and authentically Outback Queensland, then book in to stay at their Airbnb. Number 7, the famous Winton signs. Now you got 3 to choose from. You got the Way Out West sign, perfect for a sunset. There is the large lettered Winton sign, which you can pull your rig up to, get the kids to run around and get some good selfies. Again, perfect for sunset. And then there's a famous Qantas sign as well, which is housed right behind number 8, the musical fence.
Now, this is the first of its kind anywhere around the world, and again is another quirky art installation here in Winton that you can get hands on. And what we love about this is that if the kids need to get a bit of energy out, they can go and bash the woo-hoo out of all of the old pieces of machinery and metal that have been strung up to make fantastic musical instruments. They will absolutely have a ball, and I reckon the big kids will too. Hey?
We love this experience. From Jasper when we first came here 4 years ago to now when he's celebrating his 8th birthday. Loads of fun. All right, number 9, the Winton Pool and Aquatic Centre. In fact, when we were here 4 years ago, Jasper celebrated his 4th birthday here, and this time he got to have a pool party and celebrate his 8th birthday with a few friends. But I tell you what, in this outback heat, doesn't matter what time of year you come, it is a welcome relief and just a wonderful pool right in the centre of town, and it only cost $2.
Love it.
How good is that? All right, number 10, of course, has to be the Australian Age of Dinosaurs.
This is a world-class museum facility, and of course Winton being the capital of dinosaurs, not one that you want to miss off your itinerary. They offer a range of different tours, and we would suggest jumping online to find the tour that suits you.
Yes, because they do offer package deals that include Lark Quarry, which we got to visit last time. We actually went out there with Vicky from Red Dirt Tours. If you don't want to drive,
Yes.
we would recommend her tour. And of course, they now have the observatory. It's one of the only dark sky observatories in the world. Bookings are essential. Okay, that wraps up our top 10 things to do when you come out here to Winton.
How'd we do? Did we do it in 10?
I don't think so, but that's okay. We hope that that gives you some really great ideas. So some new experiences. There's plenty more. Of course, there's Arno's Wall, which is famous. There's the tea rooms at the birthplace of Qantas. There's a Diamantina Truck Museum, and then plenty more. Just getting out and walking around town, you'll have a ball and you'll meet some pretty good Aussie characters as well.
Maybe and because by that you come waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you come waltzing Matilda with me, and it goes maybe hurt as the pop by that billboard. You come waltzing Matilda with me.
Woohoo!
Yeah, welcome to Winton, the Opal Miner shop. And in our shop, we only have the solid natural opals. I started in '89 and we came out on a win, and I was very fortunate. And well, it took eight months, to be honest, and we were busted up. We're over 100,000 in the red. And I said, Dad, I don't know, I just feel lucky for some reason. And an old timer showed me a piece of ground, and we started digging there. In half a day, we filled up a half a 44 of gem, 5 foot deep. And that went on for 5 years. That was the bug that I caught, and I still can't get rid of it. When people come to Winton and they come to see our opals, they can experience some of the prettiest and best opals found in the world. Opal is an Australian national gemstone. Most Australians don't even know that. 95% of it is found in Australia.
Not often you get to see a large collection of opals, so it's a real experience. And every colour of the rainbow, no two stones the same ever. So they all have their own little DNA and their own little story.
Yeah, so after we mine it, firstly, I block it out on a 14-inch drop saw out in the bush. And that breaks it down to a hand size. We bring it back, then we can put it into our cutting room that's behind our opal shop here, which has a viewing window. And inside there, I break it down to face it, and we split it as well. So that the customers that come into the shop, they can experience how opal has been revealed. And that's nearly...
That's an art in itself, isn't it, Joe?
Well, I've been doing that for 34 years. And that's nearly as exciting as mining. When we're exposing the faces, when we're splitting it, it's already polished. It's the only natural, beautiful gem in the world that doesn't need faceting or even a polish when you can split it. And it's so unique to Australia.
It's like opening a Christmas present because no two stones are the same. So when you do reveal the full face of colour, it's like, oh, wow, look at this one, oh.
Yeah, it's always exciting. It's a bit like mining, you know, like when you find that, oh, I can find a better one. Oh, look, have a look at this one. And we're just jumping out of our skin. So that's the addictive bit about the whole industry, you know. That's what we love about it, yeah.
For the years that you don't find, because we can go 7-8 years and not find a thing, hot, sweaty, everything, flies, but that moment that you do see colour, it's like, wow.
Yeah. It can be just a little speck of colour, we get jumping out of our skin, wow, did you see that? And then that little speck becomes obsolete, you know, because you're finding better and it gets...
Well, you hope you do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think you've got a lead and it leads to nothing. And it's like the roller coaster. Oh, yeah, chase. No, nothing.
Yeah, it's up and down, yeah.
Yeah. So there's also the beautiful jewellery we got on display. There's also an opal walk, which has all the history of the opal within this area and Queensland. Started in 1888. All the way up until now.
Yeah.
What's really exciting is the kids' fossicking area. They can go crazy looking for their own opals, their big wheelbarrow, spraying the rocks to see if they can find it. It's very hard to find opals, so we get them really
G'd up
for it. And then
she does.
Actually, the adults have more fun sometimes than the children.
Oh, we've had adults go, well, how much do you want for the wheelbarrow? And I said, oh, no, that's for the kids. Our opals are only found in Queensland, no other place on earth.
Outback Queensland.
Outback Queensland. And some of the best boulder opal in the world comes from the Winton district, and it's renowned worldwide. They're coming for the Opal Festival that's held here in July, and we have people from Switzerland, Germany, America, France, you know, all parts of the world to buy our opals. That's how beautiful they are.
All right, mate, we've tackled the plenty, we've survived, the tyre even survived, but talk us through how the tyre actually made it.
Yeah, so obviously these are factory, not designed for the plenty, but we managed to get there through it anyway, being appropriately prepared. So looks like this section here has been compromised. This was the initial pop here, and we managed to plug that with 5.
Plugs.
5 plugs it took to get
Isn't
that
that
one.
all you get in one set?
That's it. So it's been a little bit of an expensive or quick plugging exercise. Through that we picked up a little hairline hole there when we put some soap over to test it. So that's one there. And 50 kilometres down the road we picked up the next one, which I sort of just plugged on the go without
taking the tyre off.
So
how many plugs did you use in that one?
So one's we got 2 in there initially, but it wasn't holding pressure, so we put another 2 in there, and that managed to get the job done. So it got us home, or at least back to Winton anyway.
Fantastic.
But we're off to the tyre shop now to sort of get that all sort of looked at, patched up, and possibly replaced, so to keep us on the road.
What do you think they're going to do with it though? Like just still try and re-plug
it? Yeah, they're going to try and sort of they'll pull it off, you know, fingers crossed, but they'll put a big sort of patch underneath it that'll take up that whole section.
Wow, okay.
So that's the plan.
How much does that cost in Winton?
So that's $50, which I'm very impressed with.
That's all right.
Yep. Replacement tyre out here for that one, just a cheap basic one to keep me going, was quoted $330. So
That's even surprisingly good.
absolutely it is. So even to just get us home, and then we'll look at changing the whole set out when we get home to probably more.
Or like all-terrain
Yeah, something like that. I'll do a bit more
for your
research.
city driving.
That's exactly right, going in and out of work.
Mate, look, it is a bit of a dog's breakfast, but it worked.
It worked.
It worked.
It got us
It
through.
was a busy day. I think it was 270 kilometres in about 6.5 hours.
That's it. It's all about the journey.
It is. Very good. That's it. Right. No, come on. Do your hand up again.
Stay there. Jasper, come on. Stay there. Look at me. Smile.
Jasper. Jasper.
So naughty.
Come on. Jasper. Do a nice stance and do a nice face. Come on. Quick. Jasper. Quick. Just do a nice. That's it. No, come on, please.
I'm on my tippy toes as well. La 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 la.
Thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share our channel. And if you'd like more information on full-time RV travel and living, visit our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com. There you'll find loads of free resources, our weekly podcast, caravan cooking recipes and much more. We look forward to seeing you next week. Take care of yourself and your family, and happy trails.